I am loving.
I am fabulous.
I am beautiful.
I am saved.
I am a victor.
I am faithful.
I am devout.
I am accepted.
I am a Christian. I am MCC.
And I am MCC.
I am MCC.
I am MCC.
And I am MCC.
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 So today is Good Shepherd Sunday. Our reading today is actually much longer, where Jesus not only says that he is the Good Shepherd, but that he is also the gate by which we enter and exit. We will content ourselves with the Good Shepherd portion of the lectionary reading today. I think it was in 2018, right after my graduation, when I preached about the Good Shepherd text in the Gospel of John. Then I said, back then I said that the task of the pastor or a priest is to train other shepherds. That eventually some of the sheep has to stop being sheep, but transition to becoming shepherds themselves. That is my one interpretation I had back then in 2018. So Jesus says that he is the good shepherd who leads and to whom the flock listens. I am not Jesus, but certainly I have been given the yoke of Christ to also lead and care for the unwanted and rejected sheep of the other shepherds. Sometimes heavily wounded by those other shepherds and by the flock themselves. It is known that the flock sometimes reject and exclude one of their members for whatever or various reasons. Therefore, when a sheep comes to our sheepfold, they do not recognize my voice. Despite being rejected by their former shepherds and their flock, they still long for the voice of those who have discarded them and injured them. They still want to go back to their former sheepfold and former shepherd. Why not? It is, after all, their birth home. They feel dissatisfied that our sheepfold is not like their former. They are disappointed that I am not the same as their previous shepherd. There are sheep who come to our sheep pen so broken and injured by their previous shepherd that they still hear the voice of their former shepherd in my voice, thinking I will also hurt them and reject them. They never fully trust or follow my voice, even on the onset. Now, there are also those sheep that have deep injuries by their former shepherd and former flock, that when they come to our sheepfold, they unintentionally and perhaps unaware that they attack almost everyone in the pen, including the shepherd. Unlike the other sheepfolds and shepherds with hired help and other hired custodians, I am a lone shepherd in this pen of a flock composed of differently injured and differently rejected sheep, who each have their own way of acting out their woundedness. In this context, it is really challenging on how to organize, mobilize, and transform our Rainbow Church community. I will admit, I often have questioned myself and my abilities to lead the flock. With respect to so-called leadership qualities and abilities, I have often lamented to myself and to close trusted friends that perhaps I am not a good shepherd, because the flock, at least in my view or in my observance, mostly does not listen to my voice and does not wish to follow my lead. though not entirely a fault of their own. Yet I persist and I hold on to what Pastor Pauline of Free Community Church Singapore said in our 2017 retreat. She said, and I quote, "Joseph, you have a pastor's heart. Maybe not in a conventional or traditional way, but you do have a heart for your people." End of quote. That gave me some comfort. It is a memory I latch on as a steady anchor in times of inner turmoil. When I preached about the Good Shepherd text last 2018, I told everyone on that Sunday that I am not Jesus. And I reiterate that fact today to our church members and friends and those who seek to make Open Table Church their new sheepfold. I am not Jesus. Not even close. I can only do the best that I can only do the best that I can with the person that I am, the training that I have received, and by the Spirit's guidance. But I repeat, I am not Jesus, and I too have my own struggles, imperfections, and failings. I'm also not the kind of priest or pastor of any of your former churches, your former sheep pens. I do not behave and teach like them, nor am I like them who will reject and injure you because of doctrinal commitment and a literalist interpretation of the Bible. I have a voice uniquely given to me by the one who anointed me to this calling. Although in a literal way, it is not a pleasant voice. Nung nagsabog ng gift of music or singing or nagsabog ng magandang boses si Lord, isa ako sa hindi naambunan. Sometimes, what I have to say is unpleasant or challenging. Perhaps this is also due to my seminary formation in the School of Prophets. Sometimes the things I will preach about will oppose what you have been taught by your former churches, what you have been indoctrinated with by your former churches, and by society at large. Sometimes I will gently yet firmly call your attention and discipline you. Sometimes I will hold you accountable. All of which can have some level of discomfort, yet are never meant nor intended to injure, reject, or exclude. We are a different kind of church, and I am a different kind of pastor, and you are certainly a different kind of sheep. That is the very reason we are all in MCC and no longer with our former shepherds and former churches. I will offer hope and healing. I will listen and embrace. I will offer a blessing. But at the same time, I am here to challenge everyone to see things and do things in a new and different way while holding true to the depth of our Christian faith. I am here to lead you to the green pasture and the cold calm spring which is Christ himself. Yes, Jesus Christ is not only the good shepherd. Jesus is also the green pasture from which we all feed and the spring from which we all drink. But to lead you all towards that pasture and towards that spring, it means that you have to walk the way. You yourselves have to walk the journey with your fellow unwanted and rejected sheep, and with me as your lead. They said that trust and respect is earned. Yes, I agree with that. Certainly. But at the same time, I ask that you give me an ounce of openness, of forgiveness, and of patience. Give me just a little amount of trust as we walk together towards the green pasture and the cold, calm spring. While I lead as a shepherd of our small sheep pen and try my best to ensure the safety, growth, and peace of the flock and each of its members have the responsibility to participate in maintaining and creating a safe and peaceful sheep pen. The flock and each of its members have a responsibility to journey together and to allow themselves to be led by the shepherd. I remain committed to the rainbow-colored sheep, injured, rejected, and unwanted by other shepherds and other flock pens. I remain committed to receive and welcome other lost rainbow sheep who seek the one true good shepherd, Jesus Christ. I will continue to try my best to lead our small rainbow sheepfold we call Open Table MCC. So help me God. Amen.